Jane students, this is the second part of determination of income and employment chapter. According to Keynesian theory, equilibrium is determined in terms of aggregate demand and aggregate supply. So, who is Keynes? Keynes is the propounder of determination of income and employment theory. Okay, so income, output and employment are in equilibrium at that level at which AD is equal to AS. So output is related to employment. Employment is related to income. So output is to be generated. As a result, income is to be generated and employment opportunities are also be generated. So these things will be in equilibrium at the point of aggregate demand. So if people want income, they have to work. So their demand is satisfied by giving them employment. So as a supply side, we can say that output is being sold when the demand is equal, when the demand of the consumer is equal to the output generated, and also simultaneously this may relate to income as income is generated to this process. So just see, AD is equal to AS is an approach that we can say. AD is equal to, we know that consumption plus investment. So consumption in the part of household and investment is the part of firms. So AD is equal to C plus I, AS equal to C plus S. So this C and this C can be cancelled. So you get S equal to I. So it is generated as because AD is equal to AS at equilibrium. Therefore there are two methods that we can find equilibrium, determining equilibrium. So first one, determination of equilibrium by AD and AS approach. Second, determination of equilibrium through S and I approach. So first one, determination of equilibrium by AD and AS approach. Before this income level, you can see before this income level means this, before this E point, you can see this part. So before this this is the level at where AD is greater than AS. Okay, so AD is greater than AS. So why it is so? This aggregate demand, we can say in certain conditions or certain circumstances, aggregate demand will be more than aggregate supply. So you can see the curve AD, red line AD is above the yellow line AS. So it is the condition where as it is above, it is AD is, we can say AD is greater than AS. So before this income level E, you can see an economy will produce further till it reaches equilibrium. So before this income level E, an economy has to reach the point E to satisfy the aggregate demand. So the economy has to produce more. Okay. So after this income level, that is after this income level OM, you can see OM, here you can put OM, it is the level. After this you can see the aggregate demand is below the aggregate supply curve, you can see. So here hence an economy should reduce the production till it reaches equilibrium. So it has to reduce the position to be reaching the equilibrium. Okay. So next observations. AD is C plus I curve as demand is for consumption and investment in a two-sector model. As AS is a total amount of goods and services or national income. Since income is consumed and saved, that is why it is shown by 45-degree line. So it's on the basis of assumptions I had told you last class. So we can say that income what and all we are getting is consumed and saved. So AS is having 45-degree line. Next is equilibrium is determined at point E you have seen, which corresponds to full employment equilibrium. Accordingly, OM is equilibrium level of income, output and employment of resources. Next, adjustment mechanism or implications of disequilibrium. Some position may be there where we will be stuck. That is, we can say that here we can say M1 is the position where we are stopping in the economy. So it's what's the position if AD is greater than AS in the economy, it is said as excess demand. When economy is planning to produce at OM1. So here the production is not tackled or satisfied according to demand. Demand we couldn't satisfy as supply is less. So it refers to excess of aggregate demand in relation to supply. It means that buyers are planning to buy more goods and services than what producers are planning to produce. So it's the situation of excess demand. In this situation, stock of goods starts falling and comes below the desired level to maintain full employment equilibrium. So before you can say that excess demand, so it is excess demand, supply cannot, what and all stock are with the economy cannot be sold so that it may satisfy the wants of the people. So if what and all stock with the economy starts falling and comes below the desired level of maintain full employment equilibrium. So in other words, the available resources are not fully employed. We can say the available resources are not fully employed. So for generating more resources or for generating more output, we have to generate more employment so that it may be reaching the equilibrium level E. Okay. So next, correction, how we can correct or how the adjustments can be made to reach the equilibrium level. To bring back the stocks at the desired level, producers expand production. So producers expand production. How they will expand production? By generating more employment opportunities, by employing more labor. Not only labor, we can say that different factors of production. Okay, so here mainly we can say that employment, it's on the basis of labor. Okay, so this raises the employment level, output level and in turn income level. So these levels keep rising till AD is equal to AS equilibrium. That is when economy reaches at OM level of income. So it is the level of equilibrium. So next adjustment mechanism is when AD is less than AS. So what is the condition of the economy? economic condition will be at what, OM2, at OM2 level, OM2 level. So here we can say it means that buyers are consuming and spending less, or they are planning to buy less than what sellers are planning to sell. So at this situation, what is the condition? Buyers are having less demand for goods. So it's a position of deficient demand. Okay. So and spending less, or they are planning to buy less than what sellers are planning to sell. So here we can say that more stock has been added, what, according to the demand. They will think that according to the previous demand, they will think that the more demand will be generated, and as a result more employment opportunity will be given, and more people will be employed, and by thinking that what, in future more demand will be coming. But at some situations demand will be what, not expected by the producer, it will be less. So what will be the condition? It will be deficient demand. So the producer, what and all is producing, will be kept in stock. So in this situation it will lead to accumulation of stock of goods with the producer producers. In other words, producers are left with the unsold stock of goods. So this is also a situation of the economy which has to be solved, or correction has to be made, or adjustments has to be made. How it is possible to avoid further accumulation of stock? Producer will reduce production. This will reduce what, level of employment and level of output, and in turn income level. So these levels keep falling till AD is equal to AS, that is when economy reaches equilibrium at a OM level of income. Hope you understood. So next we can say determination of equilibrium through S&I approach. So as I told you, from the intersection point of AD and AS, you have to draw a perpendicular downwards. So when it should reach, it should be reaching the next curve. Here it is shown in the next graph. Part A and part B, you can see part A, from the intersection point you can see a perpendicular is drawn downwards, and it touches which level? Touches the x-axis of next level. So it passes through S equal to I. Okay. So intersection point of S and I. Here I is constant and S is starting from below the x-axis. The equilibrium level of income is at the level where S equal to I. Before this income level, S is less than I. So an economy should produce further till it reaches equilibrium. So what is the condition here? Here you can see before the intersection point S equal to I, here you can see before that you can see the level S is less than I. So here what is the condition? Here it is said the economy should produce further till it reaches equilibrium. So here you can see investment is they are investing more than the saving. From the saving they are investing more, taking and investing, and it will be reaching the savings here before this level. Here you can see upwards, you can see what is the condition it is, what is the condition it is, what it is, excess demand. So to meet excess demand they will be taking the money from the savings and consume and investing it in the economy. So as to meet the point of equilibrium E1. Okay, to meet the point of equilibrium E1. So they will be taking the savings and investing in the economy. So after that you can see, after this income level S is greater than I. So hence economy should reduce production till it reaches the equilibrium level. Here you can see that what investment is done lesser than the savings. You can see the curve, saving curve is above the investment curve. So investment is going on reducing. So to meet the point E1. So above you can see that it is what is the condition? It is what is the condition? It is deficient demand. So to meet the point equilibrium E, what they do, they will reduce production. So the same process is done in the part B curve. What is they are doing? They are reducing what? Investment. So they will tend to reduce investment and they will adjust and they will come to E1. Hope you understood. So just see observations. Part B of the diagram has been derived from part A of saving and investment curves. Have been derived from AD and AS curves, that is AD is equal to AS or C plus I is equal to C plus S or S equal to I. The saving curve slopes upward, implying positive relationship between saving and income. Next, investment curve is parallel to x-axis because investment is autonomous. What is autonomous? I had explained with the schedule. I think you remember at zero level of what income also the economy will be investing in something. So that is known as autonomous. So it will be constant. The rate of investment for every month it will be same. Okay. So equilibrium level of income, output and employment is determined at the point E1 where S equal to I, saving is equal to investment. What and all saved, it has been invested in the economy. So this corresponds to the OM level of income, output, employment at full employment level. Next, adjustment mechanism, implication of disequilibrium. So what is the condition? If I is greater than S, when economy is planning to produce at OM1, it refers to excess of aggregate demand in relation to aggregate supply. It means that buyers plan to consume more and save less than what producers are planning to produce. In this situation, stock of goods starts falling and comes below the desired level to maintain full employment equilibrium. In other words, the available resources are not fully employed. To bring back the stock of goods at the desired level, producers expand production. This raises the employment level, output level and in turn income level. These levels keep rising till S equal to I position. Second is if S is greater than I. So when economy is planning to produce at OM2, it means that buyers are consuming less and saving more, or they are planning to buy less and what are sellers less than what our sellers are planning to sell. This will lead to the accumulation of stock of goods with the producers. In other words, producers are left with the unsold stock of goods. Correction and adjustment. To avoid further accumulation of inventories, producer will, what is inventories? It is stock. Producers will reduce production. This reduces the level of employment and level of output and in turn income level. These level keep falling till S equal to I position is acquired. Hope you understood the two approaches. So we will meet next Tuesday with new topic. Thank you.